Tim Panasic for Gibbons Motor Toys. Today we're talking the 180 Predator manufactured by Coyote Manufacturing. So this boat's overall length is 20 feet. We call it a 180 because it's an 18-foot running surface. The extra 2 feet is with the swim platform at the stern of the boat. This hull, we'll talk about the hull first. So what we've got here is the bow section is 3/16. It's 5086 aluminum. We've got 3/8 UHMW that runs right up the keel, as you can see, and it's 4 feet wide, and that runs right to the stern. Now this has got a reverse chine hull that forms in right from the bow to the stern, which is really important in terms of handling characteristics and the ability to stay on step at a slow speed. As we move further back, what we have is we have the wings of this hull are 1/4 inch, and that changes to 6061 aluminum. So it's a harder grade aluminum made for a higher impact. And in the center keel, we've got a 1/2 inch 6061 grade aluminum. So again, more protection for impact. We can see that better on the stern here. If you look through the back, you'll see the UHMW that's 4 feet wide from here to here. This has got the American Turbine 309 pump. So what's important here is that we've got this intake recessed so that you can see how clean the water comes off the UHMW and into the intake. So we don't have any interference, so that we get a smooth flow of water in there. So that's very important. And then of course, there's your easy clean intake. As far as we've got trim tabs on here, which are mechanical, they are adjustable, and they make a significant difference. A 1/2 a turn on there might be the equivalent of a 1/2 degree. It makes quite a difference. So depending on how you're loading your boat, you've got adjustability there. Most often you're going to figure out where they need to be set, and that's where they're going to stay. The deck of the boat and the gunnels and the sides of the boat are all 1/8 aluminum, and that's going to be a 5052 grade. One thing that Coyote does, if you look down the side of the boat, we have a radius side here. So what happens is there's actually 22 bends that are made into the side to form a nice smooth radius bend. At the end of the day, this boat really does not scream aluminum at you. It looks like a fiberglass boat from the sides. The other beauty of that is that if you ever damage this hull, it's extremely easy to repair a radius side versus any other manufacturing process. With the Coyote, what we've done here is everything is CNC cut, which we'll talk about more later, but we were able to do this as an example. So we've got an aluminum backing plate in here, which is sealed. So there's no decals on the boat. It's very clean. It's very modern. This has got premium side paint. This is a rainforest color in particular. There's Zoltone on the gunnels and all the interior, as well as the front of the boat. Okay, so the bottom of this boat is 72 inches wide. So it's a 6.5 foot bottom, and it's a 10-degree dead rise. And that's really important. You're going to hear all kinds of arguments about what degree bottom is going to work better for each application. A lot of time has been spent incorporating this 10-degree bottom in this boat, and it truly does give you the best of all worlds. The boat is able to take high-speed corners. You're able to counter steer, keep it from breaking loose. In the same token, it gets up on step very quickly, and it stays on step at low speeds. It truly is a fun boat to drive, and that's what's important with a jet boat, is it gives you the ability to get into skinny water. At the same time, you can take high-speed corners. You take a high-speed corner at over 40 miles an hour. A lot of jet boats tend to bow steer, they tend to hook. This boat doesn't do that. It's just really a fun boat to drive. This boat also shows, this is an option, this is a split duct reverse. So what that does is it gives you a way better thrust in reverse. So again, that's an option that we put on most of our boats. Just like the stainless steel impeller is an option, we include that with most of our boats as well. So that really enhances your performance backing off the trailer or backing away from the shoreline. Okay, with the interior of this 180, this is a new boat. This is now a doghouse style. We've been building these with the rear bench in the past. So here's our doghouse style. And of course, you know, that just gives you more room to move to the back of the boat. Maybe a little bit more for a fisherman or somebody that's just looking for more interior room. The other thing that we got going on different is these, again, CNC cut storage compartments. So this is very, very nicely fit. Everything's precision cut. It looks very clean. And we have that side for storage, and this side is a battery, where we have a built-in battery on-off switch, and there are room for dual batteries in here if you choose. As far as the engine compartment, there is a muffler. So there is a cross-flow muffler, which helps to reduce noise. The other thing that's really important in this Coyote boat is that any contact between the engine and the pump to the hull, everything is isolated. So there's either going to be rubber isolators, rubber engine mounts, or there's going to be Teflon washers. What causes noise is vibration. Vibration is caused from metal on metal contact. There are no components of this where metal on metal is contacting. So that's what really helps achieve the quietness of this boat, which is a really huge factor in the world of jet boating. There's what you end up for interior space with that down. There's a couple of cup holders there. In the doghouse version, we have a 190 liter fuel tank, and that's right here. This side here is storage. So this bench seat pops off, and that is all storage space. As for the front seats, these seats swivel. The driver's seat has a slider on it to adjust fore and aft, and there's also a suspension to these seats. So there is a dampener, so these seats will compress as you hit waves. We have billet aluminum dash, billet aluminum glove box cover. And again, this glove box is huge. Lots of storage space there. We have a heater in this boat. You got two vents here, and there's two vents on the dash. As far as grab handles on the windshield are concerned, right here, which is a nice feature. And again, this boat's totally designed. If you want to stand up and drive, you can be totally comfortable. Your chest is against the windshield, and you can easily operate your throttle and steering wheel in a very comfortable position. Going forward, the walk-through windshield. This is truly a drop bow boat. So in our drop bow, we've made it as large as we can. We've got rope storage, again, underneath a nice CNC machined aluminum cover. And then we've got extra storage underneath the drop bow. And this makes an awesome area to put lawn chairs, extra shoes, whatever other gear you have. Again, it stores it, it's easily accessible, and it just makes for a lot of useful space in the boat. Another thing that's unique with Coyote's swim platform here is that what our goal is, if there's a 250-pound person standing on here, this is going to be approximately 3 inches out of the water. So there's a lot of boats. You get back here, this ends up being very close to the water, if not underneath the water. So we make sure that this is raised so that we have that extra clearance above the water. Obviously, the easy clean is here. You got access to your 309 pump intake here, reinforced ski tow eye, and non-skid grip tape is on here. Again, billet aluminum for the air intakes, and that's for your blower motor for the bilge compartment to the engine. The boat also comes, we don't have that up right now, but it comes with what we call a sun top. So basically that's a bimini top where the front section is removable. So on a nice day, if you want just a sun top, you'll still have the air coming through, just a regular bimini top. You can put the front section in, which is going to be plastic where you can see through, which will make it into a half camper top with the side curtains and also a rear sloper so that it's fully enclosed, and it also comes with a travel top. So this Coyote 180 is a boat that's going to be primarily designed for a person that's for sure going to want to be running river. If you're an avid fisherman and you spend a lot of time in lakes, this probably isn't the best boat for you. It's got a 10-degree bottom, it's not going to ride the smoothest in rough water, and it's not going to offer you your best boat control for precise fishing. However, if you're an adventure boater, a pleasure boater, you want to get out with the family and friends, you want to explore shallow waters, you want to do adventure boating, you want to do pleasure jet boating, this is absolutely the ticket for you. It's going to be quiet. It's very fuel efficient. We didn't talk about that. This is going to run at 28 to 3,200 RPMs. You're going to get approximately 32 to 37 miles an hour out of this boat. You're going to pull off between 5 and 7 miles to the gallon. With 190 liters of fuel, with a 20% reserve, you're probably going to get 220 to 240 miles to a tank. So as an example, if you want to go from Fort McMurray to Fort Chip, you're going to do that without carrying any extra fuel. So great range with this boat. So that concludes our 180 Coyote. If you enjoyed this video and want to get more of them, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.